Chapter 104. The crowd ran over, huddling around the cutting machine. The rock was cut in two and there was a glimmer of green coming from the inside. That was something that only could be seen in the finest of jade. The crowd gasped in awe. The staff member operating the cutting machine got a lot more careful. He flipped the rock over and resumed cutting into the rock much more slowly. Kenji's smile vanished from his face. He was unable to believe that there would be jade in a piece of rock like that. It was important to note that if this turned out to be a good piece of jade, it might even be an emerald jade. Emerald jade was considered to be the finest form of jade there was. A few minutes later, the rock had cracked open to reveal a walnut-sized piece of deep green emerald jade. The crowd was left in awe at the sight of it. That's an ice emerald jade. No, I think it's frost emerald. Are you kidding me? That's glass emerald. The piece of jade had not been sanded down yet, and everyone was still guessing. Yet just from the looks of it, everyone could tell that it was definitely a fine piece of jade. Kenji's expression was completely ashen. It was clear that there had been a piece of jade in that useless rock by the fake pond, and a pretty high-quality piece at that. He had lost big time. He gripped the armrest of his chair as if he was going to crush it. He had spent $800,000 on a piece of jade that was only worth a little over $100,000. That was a huge loss. Now that he had bet $1 million here, he once again suffered a humiliating defeat. Money was not a problem for him, but he had just suffered two huge hits to his pride and reputation. Rage welled up in Kenji's chest. He did not lash out on account of his status, but a deep hatred for Wilbur had settled in his heart. Just then, the emerald jade had been extracted. It was polished and sanded down even more to reveal its true color. Everyone had gotten a good look by then. A few people were exclaiming in awe, while another few people said in unison, "Imperial jade. Oh my God, it's an imperial jade. How could that be? That's unbelievable. Sir, how could you use something this valuable as pond decor?" The shop owner's face flushed at the comments, his expression regretful and embarrassed. He did not know that there would be a hidden gem in the random stones around the fake pond in his backyard and that the gem would be a piece of imperial jade. Despite the fact that the jade was only the size of a walnut, it was definitely worth at least $1 million. If it was carved out properly with an exquisite design, the price might even double. The shop owner's chest ached, but there was no way he could take the jade back at this point. Just then, one of the staff members turned around silently. He remembered that moving the betting rocks around had been too exhausting, and he had tossed a few of the smaller pieces by the pond. Who would have thought that something like this would happen? Wilbur sipped his tea and looked at Kenji with a smile. "I think I got a piece of jade. So what?" Kenji's face took on an ugly shade of purple.